All right, guys. So, like I said, I'm going to be remaking this maglev. And I have most of the stuff I need. What I've already done was I printed out this new rotor, and these are some powerful magnets that I believe I think they're like 4 inches long. I'm not sure. Uh, Well, they're 400 millimeters. I think they're about 4 inches long. Well, let me see really quick and I'll tell you. 400 millimeters is where 12 inches is 300. No, that can't be right. So it is, let's see what I got here. Yeah, it's 4 inches long. Anyway, I have the inner core, which has the magnets in it, and I'm waiting on a new 6 millimeter 6 millimeter carbon fiber rod that's going to go through there. And like I said, these are N45s, and I got them special from not K&J, but I think Applied Magnets, but they're really strong. And I wanted to encase this in a copper sheath, but instead I decided to print a copper sheath. So this is a copper sheath, and it will act as an extra barrier in case this thing gets going super high speed and it flies off. But this is really nice. And I also got some new toys from my buddy in Mexico. My buddy Sky Collection sent me some new toys, and I will be debuting them. So right now I'm printing out, let me put this away because it is freaking dangerous. I'm printing out some new housings for the two new, let me get them down here. The two new ring magnets I have. Let me get this one off of here. This one's really strong too. This was a test ring that I had made. But here's one of them. And I ordered 1/2 inch magnets that are going to go inside here. 1/2 inch OD, 1/4 inch ID, or 6 millimeters. So yeah, I'm printing out two new ones of these, and then I'm going to build acrylic housings for them. Let me put this back up there. Yeah, this was a test print to know how wide to make this. I'd always do test prints. Like I did a test print on this sheath, and it turned out, so this is, the core is 50 millimeters, right? 50 mils in diameter. And so the sheath needed to be, I believe it was 50.9 in order for it to have a nice tight fit. I will, of course, probably tack it, probably tack it with a little bit of glue just to keep it on there. You can see how powerful it is. It's affecting this rotor here. Yeah. Anyway, and I'm going to test it using the new toys I have, which I will show you a little bit later in a different video or part of this video series before I post it. Well, actually, you'll be seeing it now, so it'll be in here, if that makes any sense. But I really like how this came out. I need to take this lip off because I had to print it with a brim. But yeah, so this is a copper sheath, which will serve its purpose. But I like the way that looks. And this thing is heavy. It probably weighs about a pound. Anyway, let me put this back because I got to be really careful with it. Oh, and the poles are, they're, north, south, north, the normal way I set things up. And the new circuits that I got, the new toys, are freaking fabulous. It's a new design that him and someone else came up with. But it even has like a little LCD meter on there. And I don't know if it tells me, I have to look into it. I don't know if it tells me the amps or the current or the voltage, but I'll figure it out. But I'm still gonna, and he's also sent me a little test one. It's smaller, it's kind of like this one here. And there's nothing trivial about this one either. This is a beautiful circuit. And I've been avoiding using the Hall sensor circuits because whenever I used to use them, they would get really hot. But that's because I was using them wrong. If I use them like this, they don't get hot. And the ones that I used to use too are ones that I built, and I probably didn't build them correctly. Anyway, my concern with this being so heavy is, will a 6 millimeter hollow carbon fiber shaft hold that up? And it will, because I'm also going to put in the center of that shaft a piece of solid brass, which will really give it the rigidity. That's what I did, I believe, with this one here and one of the other ones that I made. But yeah, so that should be coming soon, so stay tuned. All right, so fresh off the printer, here's one of the ring magnet holders that I'm going to use to actually hold it, but you know, obviously having the acrylic back. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't know that I made it deep enough. It should be all right. Yeah, I mean, it should be all right. It's okay if it sticks out just a little bit. But yeah, this is one. And it came out okay. I really like the texture of the back. I wish the front was like that. I've got to smooth off some spots. So when you do a 3D printer, there's a start and a stop spot where the printer will go around and stop and go around and stop and go around and stop. And it does it. You can change that setting, but if you change it random, then your prints actually have all kinds of spots instead of just one seam. So the seam is easy to get rid of. I'm not really sure what happened here. I mean, it's okay. It's just a little gap, a little air gap. Anyway, fresh off the printer. Literally just came off like 2 seconds ago. And so I have the second one printing. And then I've got to search. I'm pretty sure I still have some acrylic. If not, I'll have to order some or figure something out. I don't want to make it out of wood. I've often thought to myself, I could make this stuff out of wood, but Anyway, stay tuned.